It's actually really cool. You're welcome for bragging about myself. I don't know what just happened there. What's up? Welcome back, or welcome in, either or, for the second video in the series on making your streams better by using OBS. I thought we would cover 5 of my personal favorite plugins, and in my opinion, 5 essential plugins. One of which is use case specific. If you don't own a good webcam, it will help you out a lot, especially if you own a really good phone. Anyway, let's jump right in. The first of the aforementioned plugins is one I think everybody should have. It is called Scene Collection Manager. And what it does is it allows you to back up your entire OBS scene, including all sources and all assets within. So if you export a scene from OBS, it will save the scenes you've created and the sources within those scenes. It will not save any of the things assigned to those sources. For instance, images, video files, browser sources, things like that. Whereas if you use Scene Collection Manager, it will save all of that stuff into one location. So if you ever run into trouble with OBS, you can just back up from your Scene Collection Manager and everything will be put back into OBS. I find it to be quite essential. It's one of the best plugins. I myself have run into some crashes with OBS in the past, not in the last 2 updates. So 26, I think, was the last time I had OBS crash and I lost everything and had to redo all of it. It was tragic. But never again will I ever have to worry about that because I use this plugin. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into whatever browser you use and search for Scene Collection Manager OBS. It will take you directly to the page where you can download and install Scene Collection Manager. Download the installer. It makes things a lot easier. And then all you have to do is run that and it will put everything you need where it needs to go. All you're going to do is go up to your tools, go to Scene Collection Manager, which should now appear, and you are presented with a 2-sided menu. The left side is your scene collections, and the right side would be your backups, as it says right at the top. Now, if you want to back up your scene collection and all of the assets that go to that scene collection, go to your settings wheel, bottom of the scene collection side, click that, and go to export. Save it wherever you would like. Make sure you have a good amount of hard drive. Well, save it wherever you would like. Make sure the hard drive has enough space to save links to all of your assets. If you just want to create a quick backup, click whatever scene, and then down on the right side there's a plus button. You can click that to add a backup, or you can just double click the scene collection you would wish to make a backup of, and it will create a backup of it. It is dated and time-stamped. You can also rename it to add whatever you would like to it. It is that simple. And then anytime you wish to recover from a backup, all you do is either click to highlight and then click the plus button, or just double click a backup and it will rewrite your current OBS with that of the backup you just recovered from. Pretty nifty. Number 2, and this was the one that I said was a specific use case scenario regarding people that don't have a very good webcam but might have a very good cell phone. This plugin is called DroidCam OBS. It's amazing. Before I got a decent webcam, and even after I had an okay webcam, I was still using DroidCam OBS, especially if you want to do things away from your computer on stream. If you want to walk around the house with your camera, it's like having a wireless HD webcam. It's great. I would take it into the kitchen and do cooking stuff. I've walked around the house on stream. I mean, depending on what you want to do, it's quite versatile. It gives you a lot of options as far as having a camera on you. You can also use it to just point and shoot footage around your area while you're live. Just toggle to it, use your camera, whether you have a webcam or not. Whether you have a webcam or a webcam in the closet or a webcam sitting right here that you never use. You can still use your cell phone and the image quality is fantastic. I'll show you some of it right now. Now, in order to download and get DroidCam OBS, you are going to need to go through your Play Store or Apple Store, whatever you're on, whatever mobile device you're using, go to the store within it, find DroidCam OBS, download that, and also Google search DroidCam OBS. Actually, I don't know why I keep telling people to Google search things. I'll put the links to all of these plugins in the description below. I mean, that just seems like the smart idea, right? Stupid Jeef. All right, so click the link in the description below to go to DroidCam OBS and download the installer for it. Yay. Once you've done that, in order to add DroidCam OBS as a source inside of OBS, you're going to click the plus button in the bottom left dock named sources. If in fact you have sources docked in the bottom left, you could have it wherever you want. And then inside of there, you will see a new source option called DroidCam OBS. It really is that easy. And then once you add DroidCam OBS as a source, you will see options for resolution, video format, the device IP, which you will get from within your computer. It'll automatically assign that. Next, your DroidCam port. It will say this inside of DroidCam on your phone. And then you can choose whether or not you want to enable the audio from your phone or not. If you plan to walk around your house, you're gonna want to enable audio and just mute it when you don't plan to use it. Unmute it when you're going to walk away from your computer and use your phone to stream. Just makes sense, right? Exactly. You're welcome, Thomas. All right, the next plugin that I find to be very important, almost, I don't know, essential, if you will, is StreamFX. This plugin will change you. It will change everything. I cannot use OBS without StreamFX. It is my everything. I can't even go into all of the things that this plugin allows. It's just insane. Unfortunately, right now, StreamFX is in alpha for a version 28. It still works. I'm using it currently. There is a warning and a request that you don't use it for production, but as I said, I cannot live without StreamFX in OBS. So I use it for everything, literally. A couple of the things that you can do inside of StreamFX: 3D transform. I'm going to shrink my camera down so that you can better see the transformations and how they affect your scene. Go into your filters, 3D transform. There's a corner pin option. What that will do is allow you to manipulate any corner and skew your camera. Do whatever you want with it. Another one, orthographic. This one will allow you to change a lot of weird stuff with your camera. It's just, yeah. You gotta play with this stuff. This comes in handy if you want to make some pretty cool effects. In my stream, I do a barrel roll with the camera. Shout out to Nutty. That man actually created it. Stole it. I'm a fault. I mean, it is. I love it. One of my favorites, though, is the perspective. You make yourself have a really big head.
Look at me, I am the brain.
Don't tell anybody I did that. Look at my... Look at my head!
I can't help it. I'm crazy.
Alright, seriously though, you can also change your field of view. Look at me. I'm a little baby with a big head. I'm just teeth. With the field of view toggle, you can create zooms. And you can do some pretty crazy things. I do things with this in my stream. It's a lot of stuff. It's endless. The things you can do with this are just, the sky is the limit. Your imagination is the only thing holding you back. You can do so much. More than that, you can go into your filters again. You can add a new one. I'm gonna turn off that 3D transform. That is a shader. Go to user defined shader. Okay, you're gonna want to use a .effect file. I mean, you don't have to, but a lot of the really cool ones are effect files. This is going to open up an entire list of shaders that were put in using StreamFX. You got it. And look at that. I'm on fire. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty cool. Seriously though, there's a ton of these. You can use a background removal effect. It's got some bugs. You don't want to use the background removal effect. There's better effects for that. As you play around with these, you will notice that there is a ton of stuff that you can do within each shader. It's yeah, again, there's just, your imagination is the only thing holding you back. when using StreamFX. Whatever you can dream up, you can do. There's way too much for me to go through. Seriously, just download the plugin, test it out, play with it, do things. I don't even know what to say. StreamFX is the greatest. Shout out. I guess if I were forced to list a number of things that StreamFX can do, it gives you new encoders, shaders, effects. You could set yourself on fire. All right, moving on. The next plugin that I think is fun and important is the MoveTransition plugin. This plugin allows you to move a source around your screen or create move transitions. Move transitions can fluidly transition a source from one location on your screen to another location on your screen, depending on the scene. So if you have your camera full screen for a chatting scene and you have it docked on the side of your screen or top or bottom or whatever in your gameplay scene, instead of your camera loading out and in between scenes, it will just transition to the second position in one fluid movement. There are requirements on setup for that to be achieved. They are pretty easy. You just have to make sure the source is named the same thing in both scenes, and then go through the settings and set the parameters however you would like them. All right, to add a move transition, you need to go to your scene transitions dock. You will notice there is no move transition. So go to the plus symbol, add a move transition. Name it whatever you want. Inside of there is the menu where you can select contains other source name, which yes, you want to do. All right, now that we have the transition set up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in my camera source just because it has the same name. All right, once we have our transition set up and we have our source placed in with the same name as the source in the other scene, all we have to do is switch scenes. It can look cool. If you slow it down a lot more, I go with 750 milliseconds. I think the transition just nice. But I love the way that this transitions sources between scenes. I like to just use a move transition like this so it smoothly swaps between the two. Give it a shot. Try it out. Let me know what you think. You can use it on any source in any scene. There are no limits. You know, create some crazy stuff and send me the link. Check them out. The very last plugin that I think is crucial is called Transition Table. And what this plugin allows you to do is set different transitions to work with different scenes. Whether you are entering a scene from a specific scene or exiting a scene to a specific scene, it will use a specific transition that you decide and set within Transition Table. In order to set this up, you do have to go up to your tools. You will find a new tool called Transition Table. Once you open Transition Table, you will see a box with a from and a to. You select what scene you are leaving and what scene you are going to, and then you select what transition you want it to use, the duration of the transition, and then click the set button, and it will create a specific transition for that use case scenario. For instance, in my own stream, when I leave my intro scene, it uses one specific stinger transition that I created. And then if I move between my chatting and my gameplay scene, it uses a move transition. A be right back scene just uses a normal scene swap, whatever. I don't know why I went like this. It just uses a basic transition. And if I leave any scene and go to my end scene, it uses this cool film burn effect that I made inside of After Effects that took me like 18 hours. It was insane, but it looks pretty damn cool. It does. It only took me that long because I made it procedural, so I can put anything I want into it. It's not just a transition. Like, I can put images or videos over it, or I could green screen myself and have me burn away like a vampire. It's actually really cool. You're welcome for bragging about myself. I don't know what just happened there. Forgive me. Anyway, thanks for checking out this video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell, whatever. And if you want to see all of these plugins in use, please jump into my Twitch stream any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 11 a.m. Central Standard or Daylight Savings Time, and hang out, chat with me, the community, ask me any questions. Ask me to show off the things, show you what they can do. You can ask me how to set things up. I will show you how to do everything that I do. I'm more than willing to share. I will share the wealth of knowledge. But seriously, I appreciate you hanging out and watching the video. Hope to see you next time. As always, take care. Stay safe.